Mirror's Edge, the elite first-person parkour simulator running and jumping its way through 2008, following the story of Faith, a runner in the white pristine world of a sprawling city. And my god, was that game amazing. Despite the disappointing sequel of 2016, it looks like now, after rumors and leaks, finally, just finally, we might be seeing a full remaster to the incredible first game, Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge is one of those games with an insane cult following. Despite its console release in 2008 and its PC release in 2009 not exactly being received all that positively by critics, you know, saying things like the game was empty, lukewarm with a terrible story and somewhat uninspired at that. Fans have still been running through the city rooftops for years and years, whether it's speedrunning, strange third-person mods, or just finding quicker and quicker routes for Faith to take on her journey to find out who framed her sister. Is that the story? Does anyone actually know what the story is for this? Through the sewers, construction sites, or even on cranes, Faith must run for her life through the incredibly well-done parkour mechanics that hadn't really been seen up to that point. In fact, even to this day, nothing has really ever come close to what Mirror's Edge did when it comes to true first-person freerunning, not even its sequel, ironically. But when a game gets this popular, when it has a following so large and loyal in contrast with the small size of the game, it was only a matter of time before people wanted more, especially after that disappointing sequel in 2016 with Faith going into that open world map. It never really felt the same. Don't get me wrong, Mirror's Edge Catalyst's freerunning was still better than any other franchise could do, but it never really recaptured what made the first one great. So with this came speculation, rumors and hidden leaks. Would we get some sort of remaster? There have been talks in the past for a Mirror's Edge remaster potentially being rumored. In 2019, an article was released talking about Nvidia Lightspeed Studios, a portion of Nvidia who were taking up old games and remastering them with, of course, Nvidia's new RTX technology to make the old titles all fresh and new, bringing them up to the 2019 standards, or at least at the time. Then in September of this year, we got some more Nvidia GeForce Now leaks. You know, Nvidia GeForce, that site that people can pay a subscription for and they can stream onto a powerful PC somewhere else so they can play all those cool games without having to fork out tons of cash on their own computer. Yeah, that Nvidia GeForce. They seem to keep leaking stuff. I don't know what's going on with their security, but their database of leaks came with a load of upcoming speculated games that would be coming to the platform, and these were supposedly being worked on by Nvidia Lightspeed Studios. Okay, this is starting to make sense now. You know, that studio that has said in 2019 was going to start remastering old titles is now rumored to be working on many of the games leaked by Nvidia themselves, one of which is Mirror's Edge Remastered. Not only this, but on the article leaking all the Nvidia GeForce database games, Mirror's Edge Remastered is stated as an RTX remaster. You know, what Lightspeed Studios was being tasked to do. So everything now seems to be fitting into place. But there's more. Nvidia came out after this leak to confirm the database was legit. Yeah, they said the leak was right, yet most of the games on it would be speculative and some may just be placeholder and not necessarily confirming that they're coming out. So they weren't real games, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that, Nvidia, because more and more of the titles that were leaked in that database have now started to be confirmed by the developers themselves. Things like God of War coming to Steam, Destroy All Humans 2, GTA 3, San Andreas, and the Vice City remasters. These were all games that were on that database leak. You know, the ones Nvidia said were just placeholders, but they've now been announced and confirmed by the devs themselves. There's way more than what I've just mentioned, by the way. That's just some of the big ones. So whilst Nvidia claims that all these games leaked are speculative and just placeholder, every day a new one on the list is closer and closer to being confirmed, and they may just have to eat their own words. So, are we finally getting a Mirror's Edge remaster? It's a tricky one. It's clearly not being confirmed by EA yet, but it seems like the logical next step. Giving a remaster for people to fall back in love with the original before EA potentially goes on to create a new sequel kind of makes sense. But also, the evidence we have is strongly pointing towards this being the case. With all these leaks and the studio working on the RTX remasters, and Mirror's Edge hinted at being one of them, what more evidence could you really want? But please let me know down below. Do you think it's a good time for a Mirror's Edge remaster, or should EA just try and get on with a sequel at this point and try and redeem themselves from what Catalyst was? Please let me know down in the comments below. But leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But until then, I will see you in the next one.